One-Player Combat bills itself as the world's first 100% AI-generated reality TV show. 6 AI contestants fight to the death on an island for 500,000 coins. Yeah, coins. Like Fortnite. The creator is Tom Patton and he runs TeleionMelos Studios. He's out here asking. The question is, do you actually care that it's AI if you're entertained? That's all that counts. So, let me walk you through non-player combat. You can decide whether you're A, entertained, or B, it's worth £30,000. Meet Travis Drake, big military guy. Here's his introduction.
I'm Travis Drake. I definitely grew up in a rough neighborhood for sure. Had my share of trouble early on.
Rough neighborhood, he says, as he stands on the front lawn in suburbia. He then shares his deeply emotional story, which makes precisely 0 sense.
I joined the army to get out. Learned discipline the hard way. Then I became a Navy SEAL.
You can't do that, dude. Army and Navy are different branches. It's like saying you started at Tesco and became a pilot for British Airways. It's not all about Travis though, we have other contestants too.
I'm Micah Gray, a wilderness coach. I teach people how to survive anywhere.
Reminder to hit subscribe for more AI deep dives. Thank you, back to the video. He hears explosions and runs directly toward them. Peak survival instinct. Let's keep an eye out for Mika's hair.
Doesn't matter what environment they put me in.
Y'all see one ponytail, right?
The basics stay the same.
He had one ponytail, now he's got 2 ponytails. Hair doesn't work like that. Mika lands in the industrial zone.
There's oil and gas everywhere, which probably means food and drinking water will be off the table.
Right, so there's oil and gas everywhere, which means no food or water. Makes perfect sense. In the stupid world of AI slop, that is. Then there's Eliza. Let's hear her backstory.
I was inside for a long time, 8 years.
8 years? But she looks about 22. So either she went in at 14 or she had an incredibly rough adolescence. Watch Eliza approach a cabin she's found in the jungle.
Doesn't seem to be anyone home either, but I'm still gonna approach with caution.
Because nothing says caution like walking straight up to the front door. But here's the killer. At one point, one of the contestants fights a polar bear, and somehow it's boring. Tom Patton, the creator, made a man fighting a polar bear boring. One viewer summed it up perfectly. Never felt so bored in my life. To counter out the dullness of what we see on our screens, the AI's made the backstories weirdly dark. Let's meet yet another contestant.
My mom died when I was 19. She was driving drunk. This time she wrapped the car around a tree off Highway 41. Died on impact.
We're meant to be entertained by this.
I didn't cry. Not then, not at the funeral, not for weeks after.
AI people describing fatal accidents in detail. She's even more straight talking when it comes to surviving in the show itself.
I know plants. Which ones you can eat, which ones will kill you, which ones will make you shit yourself for 3 days straight.
Truly vile. The creator of the show, Tom Patton, we will talk about him later, thinks his AI characters are better than human reality TV stars. He says, in many ways, they feel more genuine than your average human reality TV contestant because they're not performing for cameras. But Tom, they're also not sentient. They don't feel anything. They're just code that run toward explosions and mime holding phones. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. The Telegraph gave the show 0 stars. 0. They called it the worst thing you will see all year. They said to call it slop is an insult to slop. You wouldn't feed this to pigs. Ouch. £30,000 spent to get a comment like that? Absolutely savage. But who made this show anyway? Who is the aforementioned and mysterious Tom Patton? Well, he's a British filmmaker. He runs TeleionMelos Studios. As I said before, the whole season of this show cost him £30,000, which does sound incredibly expensive. But then you realise that's 90% less than a normal reality show, which cost millions per episode. Tom Patton says, Hollywood is in freefall, not quick to absorb paradigm shifts. He reckons he's democratizing content creation. Except Hollywood isn't collapsing because they refuse to embrace AI slop. I personally think they're struggling because they're struggling to maintain standards. But Tom Patton, he doesn't seem interested in standards. As an example, it's interesting how nobody in non-player combat gets dirty despite crawling through jungles. One woman wears a tight white crop top through the jungle. Spotless. Indeed, everything in the show glistens and gleams. You never get over the fact when you watch this show that you're watching something AI generated. Never. This doesn't bother Tom Patton though. He compares his AI show to other media changes. Media has always diversified. Some people still swear vinyl sounds better, but that doesn't mean Spotify shouldn't exist. Tom, Spotify plays music made by actual musicians. It's a way to distribute art, not replace artists. This is like arguing that some people prefer real foods, but that doesn't mean we should just all eat dirt. The host, Clara Voss, keeps saying things like this.
Each territory designed to push them to the brink of sanity.
Sanity? You mean insanity. You push people to the brink of insanity. They've only been there 6 hours anyway, dude. It's a camping trip with loot boxes. It's basically just Fortnite. Tom Patton, though, claims he gave each character hundreds of pages of backstory. Tom says every player has hundreds of pages of backstory. The AI takes those inputs and becomes the character. We did not pick the winner. We did not pick who died and when. We created the psychology, not the plots. Bro, you wrote hundreds of pages for characters that can't even get their own backstory straight. Tom also said, if the audience doesn't fall in love with the characters, then it's pointless. Who couldn't fall in love with a character who says lines like this?
Which ones will make you shit yourself for 3 days straight?
Maybe I'm a dinosaur. I don't know. Maybe Tom, he's the visionary. After all, this isn't his first attempt at AI-made content. He already made Where the Robots Grow, which he marketed as the world's first AI-generated feature film. The backlash was so severe, he had to disable comments and dislikes on the video. But he didn't learn his lesson. He went ahead and made non-player combat anyway. To be fair, one commenter did try to defend him. To everyone criticising, just remember the Will Smith eating spaghetti video a few years ago. It's a fair point. AI has undoubtedly improved. You can indeed generate photorealistic people now, but that doesn't mean they should if they're going to mime holding mobile phones. Here's what makes me angry about this whole thing. Tom Patton is holding up non-player combat as proof that AI can replace human creators. He's saying, look, you don't need Hollywood money, you don't need actors, you don't need writers. Except he didn't prove that AI can replace people. He did prove that AI makes content that nobody wants to watch, other than to hate watch, that is. The dislike counter proves this point, around 300 likes to 1,700 dislikes. The top comment on the video says, it's like watching a non-skippable ad that's 38 minutes long. Yes, I can vouch for that. Maybe a normal reality show costs millions because it's made by professionals who understand what they're doing. Editors who spot when someone suddenly has 2 ponytails. Producers who say, maybe don't have people run toward explosions. Tom says non-player combat represents the emergent entertainment coming from AI and is proof that it's already here. No, Tom, this is anti-proof. This is evidence that AI can't do what you think you're claiming it can do. I kind of think you spent £30,000 proving the opposite of what you intended to prove, dude. This comment sums it up perfectly. I already miss humanity. I can't believe this is actually what the masses are wanting. It's just getting forced on us, and we're all mindlessly buying into it. Doesn't matter though, half the majority of online traffic is already bots, so this will be great entertainment for all the bots out there. Content for bots, made by bots, watched by bots. The dystopia is here! And remember that question that Tom asked at the start? Do you actually care that it's AI if you're entertained? That's all that counts. We care that it's AI because the AI is terrible and we're not entertained. That was your entire premise and you blew it. Tom, we're not entertained, and the Telegraph gave you 0 stars. As the platform YouTube itself submits to AI slop, it's undeniable that more shows like this will keep getting made. People will keep bragging about low budgets and AI tools, and they'll keep producing garbage nobody watches. But at least we now have non-player combat as a perfect example of what not to do. £30,000 to prove that AI can't replace human creativity. And we've still got episodes 2, 3, and 4 to look forward to. Yep, this was only episode 1. Episode 2 drops on YouTube December 15th. Episode 3 on December 22nd. Episode 4 on December 29th. Can't wait to see what other mistakes £30,000 have bought us. Thank you so much to my channel members who make videos like this possible. If you've enjoyed it and want to support me in making these videos, please consider hitting that join button below. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon. Snipe, snap, out.